Travel through the open door. Circumstances navigated the path, and life happened oh so fast. No, we got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm offbeat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me. Cause I know life took a hold on. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. No. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a break with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games can play, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth. It's all in what you do. Some things you gotta do. Despite the millions, take a second, see the blessing in it. But much expected, much is given. One to make the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness. Yes, you can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine, let them see your brilliance. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it tonight. Oh, for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm aces. Learn and develop patience. Determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving. They changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind. So I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition. Back in predicament ropes. You fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lacking. Or cancer slowing our road. I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, giving something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm going battle and fight this final round. Life's a break with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Can't get play, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. Telling you the truth, it's all in what you do. Some things you gotta do. I'm gonna share all that I have and give to those in need. So we're gonna win this battle, fight that disease. No more let's go. Children leading hearts, let's go. We've got to keep it open on. I love you.
Are you waiting?
Great job.
Yay.
Oh my God.
Cancer is killing, millions and millions of people. Me and my team, along with Sam Watson and his team, we're going to stand together and fight this disease.
I've come this way before, traveled through the open door. Circumstances navigated the path, and life happened oh so fast. No, we got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm offbeat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
I know
We in here a little bit early. Feel free to pile on in. It's okay. It's all right. Love is the word. What it do, DB? What it do, DB? Big Lloyd. What's popping? What's popping? BSC University. Mark Wunderlich, man. We on the countdown. We on the countdown, baby. It's your birthday coming up, man. What's up? It's Pinky, nigga. What's up? What's up? JP, we gonna call him JQ. Coming to the stage. Coming to the stage. What up, Young World? Big Lloyd. Big homie Coop, man. Hotep. We in here early. What up, President Jaffor? What's up, man? Robert Brown. What's up, KB? RB. And we in here. What up, Kev? All right, we got everybody. Unique Don. What's up? What's up? What's up? We're gonna start the show, Mike. We're gonna start the show. Welcome to the show. We got a guest. Let me see what's up with her. We can go whenever. Okay. I appreciate you, man. Without further ado, see if I can get Aida, right? Did I get that right? Aida, thank you much. I got it right. Aida, welcome to the barbershop. Aida, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How are you?
Oh, man, the property value just went up. Appreciate you coming in here tonight. So you know, whenever beautiful women come in the barbershop, the men always get shy. They always, I'm challenging them right now. You know what I'm saying? And because I want them to call in and holler at you and talk boxing. And you love boxing.
Okay.
You love boxing. How, why, when? Let's go through those 5 W's.
Okay. How? It's been in my family since I was born. I have 3 that box. One of them is retired pro. One of them is an active professional, and the other one is an amateur still. So it's just been in my family. And my father, he started this whole train with the boxing, and he was our coach too. You know, back when he was still alive. But you know, he passed away. But he gave us that legacy, so we're just continuing it. Yeah. So I was the last one to join. So I just followed my brothers, I guess.
Why last?
I don't believe that my dad really wanted me to box as a little girl. I used to be in the gym like all the time, but he never really was like, you know, I want you to actively learn how to fight. It was just kind of like, you know, the boys thing. And then when it came to me, my brother Justin, the one that's right above me, the professional that's still active, he was like, oh, you know, come to the gym, you know, see how it is, lose some weight, you know, get in shape. And then from there, I just grew a love for it.
And who were some of the fighters you emulated after?
Number one, I'm gonna say my brother Justin. Well, actually, all of my brothers are like my biggest inspiration because I got to see them do it, you know, with my own two eyes. After that, there's Zab Judah. You know, his dad trains me now, and he's like Zab, his dad. Like we're so close. It's like we're like family. We call each other cousin. You know what I mean? His dad is like a father figure to me as well. So there's Zab, and then after that, you know, there's Floyd and Terrence Crawford.
You didn't mention any women.
I did not mention any women because a lot of women that I like are still active. So I'm gonna keep that on the low. But let me. I do like there's Layla Ali. I really love Melissa Hernandez. She's still active. I can't wait to like meet her. Clarissa Shields, you know, those. The I forget how you pronounce this girl's name. I know her alias is like super bad though. She is super bad though.
Seneca Estrada, is that her name? Yeah, she came in blazing on one fight, knocked the girl out on one punch.
In like 7 seconds, right?
Something crazy like that, man. That'll definitely be a tough record to break. Zab Judah, huh? So you agile and hostile then, huh?
Just like Zab in Southpaw too.
Oh, you Southpaw? Oh, and you from the East Coast? I hear that. Yeah, Zab was you from Brooklyn? Yeah, Zab was special for me because he was one of the fighters that had that crossover appeal, you know, that would go into the urban community and attach us to the sport of boxing, you know. So he was real. So we definitely can expect to see you on Triller soon, then, right?
Listen, I'm just waiting on the call.
Waiting on the call. How was your first fight? How was that? How was the build up and
It was.
walk us through that experience?
Say it again.
I said, feel free to walk us through that experience, like
Oh, the
and your
experience.
amateur background as well, too, if you don't mind.
I didn't have much amateur background, so going into the professionals, it was kind of ironic because it was like I didn't have many amateur fights, but a lot of my training I got in the gym, being active, sparring, just years around. It's like when I first started boxing, a lot of the things I feel like I kind of surpassed certain stages of fighting because have been around it all my life. It's not like I was starting from scratch. So my professional debut was, there's doubts. It's like, are you really, you really gonna do this? Like, it feels different without the headgear and stuff. It was a challenge to just move past my own, doubts, insecurities. And then on top of that, the odd thing was when I was the build up for my pro debut, I was just waiting on the feeling of being nervous, and it just never really came. So that made me it made me kind of nervous that I wasn't nervous. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, isn't there supposed to be some butterflies in my stomach and all this stuff? And it just wasn't. It was only at one point I told my brothers to just take me backstage because there was a lot of people in the locker room, and I felt like I couldn't center myself. But besides that, I was just waiting on the feeling of just feeling nervous the whole time, and it never came. Which is, I guess that's a blessing.
And when the first bell sounded, nervousness, eagerness.
When the first bell sounded, before I got in the ring, I was pretty hyped up. So the ring walk, everything, I was just like, all right, we're doing this now. And just get in the zone and, we're going to go from here. So everything in the ring is sort of a blur. I guess it's like that in a real, if you had a real fight outside too, in the ring, you're super focused on what's going on. But if I had to recall all of the, every single event that happened in the ring, it would be kind of hard. I remember getting in there. I remember, doing the, going up to the ref and, doing the
instructions and all that.
Yeah. And the first bell ring, I can't really I just know I just did what my body remembered for me to do, and got the job done.
And how would you compare that experience to being in the gym in terms of adrenaline, in terms of anticipation? Because your amateur career was basically in the gym, right?
Yeah, basically in the gym. Mm-hmm. Being in the gym, you can remember everything. I'll tell you that much. There are certain sparring sessions that are more intense than others, but it's not, the adrenaline isn't so high, so it's it's easier to really collect yourself and, think better. Although in my pro debut, I was surprised. I didn't have any moments where I was lost my head. So that was great. But the gym is different because you can hear your coach better, you can follow instructions better, and it's the time to make mistakes. And the pros, it's not. You really don't want to start trying new stuff,
And StormBorn. Mm-hmm. How about the nickname? How did that come about?
So the name, okay, so it comes from a few different things. First of all, about just I like Marvel and DC. I like all those all those comics and stuff like that. I never read the comics, but the movies come out and I'm first one in the theater. So Storm, her being a black, superhero, I thought that was pretty cool. And I wanted to do different gimmicks with it, with my hair, what you'll see in later fights. I wanted to do white. I wanted to have something that was unique to myself in the boxing world. And then on top of that, I really liked StormBorn from Game of Thrones, one of my favorite shows. So she also had the white hair. So now we have the white and the black version of someone superhero. And then it all tied in together with myself because my mother, she always told me that I was born during a storm in 94. And she had to leave me in the hospital for 3 days because I was jaundiced. And when she tried to come pick me up, it was a huge snowstorm. So she always told me and always recalled to me how anxious she was that I wasn't around until those first 3 days. So that's how it came.
No, that's dope because people in the chat are basically saying Game of Thrones. I've never seen Game of Thrones, so I would know. What TV shows do you like? Speaking of, besides Game of Thrones,
I am a big anime nerd.
Are you, okay. It's a lot of them in here. It's a lot of them in here.
I like anime. I like others like Game of Thrones, things like that. boxing, love that. Anything that's action filled, like I told you, the Marvel movies, all the Avengers, stuff like that. I just like I like the action part of it. I like how you get to see these different characters, and that's probably why I like anime so much, because you get to see them like fight through different adversities that wouldn't be in normal everyday life. And so because I feel like I'm doing something that's so out of the box, especially for women, it's just like I just like to see and get in ahead of other characters while they're doing it too.
What weight do you think you're going to settle in, and what weight class you think you'll settle in as a pro?
I'm probably gonna go to about 135. I have some more weight to trim down before I get there, but I fought there in the amateurs. I fought at 132, and I fought at 141. So 135 to 130 is where I kind of would like to campaign at, which is not where I fought my pro debut. I weighed in at 149 for that fight.
Why 149?
COVID happened. I'm not lie to you. It was just like 13. So I walk around about 160, just regular life. And when I got a quarantine, it was about 20 extra pounds floating around. So I was like, sheesh, let me try to, so from going from 180 to 149 was still a feat, but it's not really where I'm most comfortable. I'm about 5'5", so I want to go a little bit, lower, so I can have a little bit more advantages and be a little faster, quicker, sharper,
Birdman in the super chat on salute to Fred DB, salute to the beautiful guests, and can't forget the chat family. Yeah, you got up to 180. You cut, what's that? 31 pounds.
Yeah.
Challenging.
The crazy thing about it is I'm not a small girl, period. So this is not the first time I've had to cut this much weight. Like, what year was this? I want to say 2015. I was like 193. In order to fight again, I waited at my fight at 129. So I've cut the large amounts of weight. This wasn't as challenging, but every time you do it, it's challenging because it's like you start and you're just like, all right, can I have a cheeseburger? Like,
Right.
Kind of because you're like, no, I can't. I really have to fight now. So you really can't have it was 0 cheat days at all.
Right.
Diet. I was probably consuming like 500, 600 calories a day, and then working all of that off too. So I would train like 2 or 3 times a day.
Wow.
So it was a lot.
What's 500? What's 500 to 600 calories a day?
If I have a smoothie in the morning, right, that's probably like 200 and something calories. And I would have maybe tuna for lunch. That's about like another 200 calories, right? Because I think the pack is like, so this is what's going on in my head as I'm training. The pack is probably like 120 calories. Then you have to add the mayonnaise, and if you have the relish, so you're standing at about almost like 400 or something. And then by the night, I would just have, like, my mother would make Cornish hen. I would ask her for me, during my training camps, and I would just have a piece of that, and then maybe one more workout, and it's bedtime. That's about 600 calories.
Whew.
Yeah.
Man, so
skinless, no rice.
So you just be driving by Shake Shack, like, damn, right?
I don't even go out. Like, during training camp, like, do not invite me to dinner. Don't invite me to your house. Like, I have to kind of be exactly where I am, so my self-control just, lasts.
Right. No, I definitely. I'm from New York. You just gained a fan. President John. Yeah, appreciate you. Been following Aida on IG for a minute. Don't sleep. She's super nice with it. Peace, Fred. Appreciate you, Ricky Williams.
Thank you. Send me a DM.
Yeah, she said definitely send her a DM. So speaking of body transformations, I've complimented Carissa Shields quite a few times on her evolution because I covered her pro debut. It was Kovalev and Ward. It was Kovalev Ward. Yeah. And I say it again, please.
When she fought Franchon Cruz?
Yes. And I've seen her body evolve. She was a little bit soft, but she was very talented. And I look at her today, and DB, who's on a call in a second, he sent me about her UFC or P something MMA fight, and I've seen the evolution of her body. Like, now she's She's vegan. She's probably walking around much closer to her fighting weight. And
Right.
is that a mindset first?
Definitely. I mean, yeah, like I was saying, like when I trimmed all that weight a couple of years ago, and I lost 63 pounds and went down to like 130 something. So like when you're getting there and once you're there, you really like you want to maintain what you have because you feel so much better when it comes to boxing. You feel sharper, you feel faster, you feel stronger. Like you just feel like it's almost like you feel like a speeding bullet, you know? So when she's in this training state, and it's funny you said that because I was on Instagram right before this call and I saw she was doing some MMA training. She looks good. Her arms are cut up. Like she looks like she's
Abs, yeah.
yeah, she looks like she's in some good shape. So I know the feeling that she has right now. It's just pure energy that she must have gained from this change in her lifestyle, you know?
Robert Brown says, "What's good, Queen? Glad you're here. How do you feel about 2-minute rounds, or would you campaign for 3 minutes?"
I really don't mind the 2 minutes. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not a big deal to me. Like, give me, less time for the same job. Like, I'm not gonna ask for overtime for this. I can get the job done in 2 minutes, just like I can get it done in 3 minutes. I fought 3 minutes in the amateurs, and I fought 2 minutes in the amateurs as well. I prefer the 2 minutes, honestly.
How do you, now that you're a pro, and I know you've heard this question before, why does a beautiful woman like you get into boxing?
First of all, thank you.
Uh-huh.
And second of all, I think it's because I feel like I'm attractive and others find me to be attractive. I think that it's something that's unique and special. And I'd like to see, the stereotype of women's boxing, evolve a little bit. Like, oh, you're too pretty to fight. Like that probably, can be something that is out the window now because there are plenty of strong, beautiful women who, are not. Yes.
We just mentioned one, Carissa Shield, and you mentioned Franchon Desern Cruz.
Yes.
Commentating, you're a natural.
Oh, thank you.
No, dead ass. You're a natural. You're a natural. You're dead ass. You should be on Fox.
Oh, wow.
You should be on ESPN. Whatever it is, you need to be on it.
Oh, thank you. I would love to get into commentating. Like, boxing is life here, especially at my house in my life.
Obviously, right?
Yeah, it's like the thing. So if I could, give people a glimpse of what goes on in my mind as I'm watching a fight, I would love to. I got the chance to do it on our network, and it was great. At first I was a little nervous because it was my first time, but then as the show went on, like I remember my brother was sitting next to me because so he's working the show because this is his event. So he comes down like the table where we're doing the commentating. And he gets on the mic and I'm sitting next to him and he's like, so now like somebody gets knocked out. So I'm like, oh my God. So I just got knocked. I'm screaming, into the mic. So, to hype the fight. Plus I was actually hyped myself. So I remember turning to me like, who's this? Like, who's this person that's like just
right.
Like, it's an animated person with this commentating thing. So I would love to do it again. I really would.
And it's probably be all sports, not just boxing. I wouldn't want to pigeonhole you. You maybe CNN or have you connected with Lou DiBella? He's a Brooklynite to some degree. I know he lives in Long Island, but or whatever.
I personally or connected with him yet, but I'm looking forward to all of those opportunities in the future with
I'll gladly connect you with him. I'll send PPD his number and I'll send it because Brooklyn is his stopping grounds and maybe or maybe not y'all can work something because he does the Brooklyn Nights or something, Brooklyn Fights or something like that. Not Brooklyn Fights, but Broadway. He does the Broadway show.
Yeah,
so when you look at the landscape of boxing and you say, I gotta fight her, who's her?
How does it make me feel?
No, who's her? So when you say I have to fight somebody and she is who?
Honestly, the answer to that is she is me. Like, I don't really look at the opponent who I'm fighting. It's just all about Aida and how I'm going to perform that day. It's like the same way I feel about if I am sparring or fighting and I get hit with a good punch. Instead of the anger being like veered outward towards the person, it's more like, you shouldn't have got hit with that. This is Aida. You can do better, So when it comes to that, it's just like you can put anybody in front of me and it's all about how I show up that day and the preparation that I do because I know that at the end of the day I can fight. So it really doesn't matter to me.
How was cutting weight in Brooklyn in the cold months? How's that? How was that for you?
Like that. I didn't like that at all. It was cold. I had to wear a sauna suit, top and bottom, every day, every workout. Like,
You and Tank Davis got something in common.
yeah. When I see that suit, I know the pain that he's feeling because
Yeah.
no, yeah, like I always have to wear that thing. I cannot wait until I really cut all the way I need to because I'm gonna throw it in the garbage. I'm gonna never take it out of the trash because it's so annoying. And then it's even more annoying when it's cold outside because it's cold in the gym too. So it's like it's kind of like, you know, it's a stretch, but cutting weight in general is just not a fun scene at all.
What fights are you looking forward to? Have you seen the current schedule that's out?
I'm looking forward to whenever Terrence Crawford fights again. I'm looking forward to Fury fighting. I'm looking forward to. I feel like there was. Oh, I'm looking forward to this Saturday when Katie Taylor's fighting this Saturday, I believe. So this Saturday or next Saturday.
Okay.
I have to look that up. I love her too. I just saw a great fight with one of my friends, Ebony Bridges. You know, I know her through social media, but she did her thing about 2 weeks ago. So women's boxing is really on the rise. So anything women's boxing related, I can't wait to see. Remind me of any other big fights that are coming up. Oh, Jared Hurd is fighting.
Jared Hurd is fighting June 6th on the Floyd Mayweather card.
Right.
Against Paul.
Floyd. No matter what he's doing, I want to see it.
Who, Floyd?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the crossover?
I have mixed feelings about it. When it comes to the YouTube stars doing boxing, I appreciate that it's putting boxing in the mainstream of media, and everybody who's, you know, not a boxing fan and just a casual are still tuning in to see it because it's so like puffed up. I love that aspect of it. I love that boxing is getting more exposure because it's just going to be great for the sport, the brand, and what other fighters get paid. I think that when it comes to, you know, the YouTube stars feeling like they're, how do I put this right? It's much more work that goes into boxing than what they've exuded.
Right.
You know, especially getting. So I just would appreciate that if, you know, when they do these fights and when they have them, I would appreciate if they, you know, remain humble and really give the credit where the credit is due for themselves and for the people who really, you know, this is their life. This isn't after YouTube, they do this and they kind of dip in and out. This is really some people's lives. They've gotten paid more than a lot of men and way more than women. So, you know, if they would like to use their platform to help real fighters in the sport and, you know, for us to make it a little bit more fair, then I would appreciate that. Use your platform for good.
You mentioned Terrence Crawford. He's the pound for pound. He's the pound for pound king to you.
Yes.
So, $1 million question: how does Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford play out?
Honestly, I think that if they were to fight, I think that Terrence would get it. I look at his boxing ability and his style, and I just think that, like, when I watched Errol Spence fight, I like his style. He's southpaw just like me, you know. I just think that a lot of the things that I've seen from him, and there's some mistakes that I make too, obviously, in boxing, but those mistakes I think that Terrence would capitalize off of. Like when he throws his left hand, he pulls straight back out after he throws it. Like an experienced boxer, especially with that, you know, the high intensity that Terrence portrays. Yeah, he throws a straight left hand and then he goes like this and pulls out like that. And that's, you know, you'll be off balance like that. So I think, and for Terrence being so unorthodox the way he is, and fast and power and strong, I don't think you can make those type of mistakes with him. So I'd like to see it, but if I had to bet my money on it, it would go for Terrence. Okay,
and speak on some more flaws on Errol Spence.
It's just that I haven't really seen him box. You know, I've seen him come forward. You know, he's a come forward. I haven't really seen him really you know, get on his toes and show me, you know, which I feel like he would probably have to show me in order to, because Terrence has, you know, he has a lot of different things in his arsenal. So I would like to see that from him. But overall, he's a great boxer. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But
I get that.
Huh?
No, I get that because I have Spence over Crawford. So I'm willing. So I want to hear your your breakdown of it so I can see it, because I may be blind to some things.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Arrow has, he has a specific thing that he goes in there. He executes his plan very well every time he steps in the ring. He's gonna break you down with repetitive, the repetitive shots that he throws. He's strong. He's in good shape. Like, he has all of that down pat. But I don't believe, like, when it comes to him, his head movement isn't really there. Like, I wouldn't call Arrow a very slick fighter. He's a controlled fighter, in my opinion. He's a fighter that is determined. It's hard to break his will. Those are his strengths. But when it comes to Terrence, he has all of that, plus the athleticism and the agility and the boxing IQ. I can tell Terrence is thinking like 3 and 4 steps ahead of his opponent. And also the stress that comes in the ring when you have someone like, it's like when two fighters can really fight and they get in the ring together, the stress, the tension that is there, like, you can never fall asleep. I haven't seen another boxer that can keep up Terrence's same intensity and like stress level as the bout continues. That's usually once it breaks is usually when he capitalizes off of it. So I don't know if Errol can keep that up for 12 rounds.
What's some of Crawford's weaknesses?
One of Crawford's weaknesses is that he's a risk taker. So he's gonna punch in between shots. You're throwing shots, he's gonna throw shots too, and he's just gonna will himself to get the to get the better of the exchange. But people who can punch, I've seen Terrence hurt before. He has that against him, that he takes such extreme chances that a lot of people won't take. So if he was to ever get stopped or something like that, that's how I would see it happening. And also, he's a little bit older than Errol. So those, I would say, are the disadvantages that he has in the bout.
Who has a bigger will?
I would say Terrence.
What fight? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, elaborate.
I would say Terrence. Don't get me wrong. Didn't Terrence get like shot in the head or something like that in his youth?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got that. And then you know what? Errol did get into that really bad car accident too. So, I mean, I think both wills are strong, but the way I see Errol after his, near-death experiences, I see him trudging ahead, trudging forward. When it comes to Errol, I see Errol, like, I would not be surprised if Errol has like 3 or 4 more fights, and just because the way he speaks very much like, and there's nothing wrong with this, but he speaks very much like, I want to go back to my ranch and play with my horses. And, he sounds like he wants to just enjoy the fruits of his labor from being in boxing for so long.
That's interesting. I'm glad we have that perspective. And DB's on the line. I got one more question, then I'll hand it on to DB. Okay. Tyson Fury. What's your take on Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua? And then feel free to transition into Tyson Fury versus Wilder 3.
I don't want to see Tyson Fury versus Wilder 3. Honestly, I don't want to see it. I think we saw what we need to see in the first 2 bouts. Mm-hmm. I feel like that needs to be put to rest, but they're probably going to do it again because it was so dramatically publicized. I think Tyson Fury is one of the most talented heavyweights we have. I think that in a battle between him and Anthony Joshua, it'll be a little bit harder to call, but since Anthony Joshua is pretty, technically sound. So I would like to see how that is. But the way Tyson Fury moves on his feet is like someone who is, like a middleweight or something. He does not move like, a heavyweight. So I like that. I like his athleticism. Definitely if they fight again, then I have Fury over Wilder. But Anthony Joshua is a little bit slimmer to me, but I believe Tyson could get that one too. He has a lot of talent and a lot of agility.
What adjustments do you think Wilder needs to make to actually defeat Fury?
I never want to say anyone is, they can never win a fight against someone else, but I think that Tyson kind of has his number. Like there's the essence of how you fight is always going to be there. So I don't think that Wilder can change it up that much in order to get the win over Tyson, unless he knocks him out. But once you're up on somebody's power and you know how to get away from it now what are we talking about? Wilder always has a puncher's chance, though. I will say that.
Did you get a chance to see Wilder's video that went viral of him working out with his new trainer?
I saw something on Instagram, but I didn't sit there and watch the whole thing. But okay. Who was his new trainer?
Malik Scott.
Who's he trained?
I'm uncertain who he's trained, but he was a undefeated heavyweight contender a few years ago. Yeah. So he's going to transition.
If someone can, if this guy is good at teaching Wilder exactly how to, different aspects of boxing, because I like him as a fighter, but I will say that a lot of his fights come from strictly power. Like if they can get him technically sound and better, like, a little bit, better footwork and better combinations, because sometimes he can get very wide and kind of, sloppy. So if they can do that, he would be like, Wilder has the body of a heavyweight. He's very tall, his arms are very long. Like, I see why he reigned the way he did for so long, in the United States. But I would just love to see him capitalize off of that. I know Mark Breland had him with the 1-2s, which were working and stuff, but that plus some inside game would really like do him some justice.
Right. DB?
I'm trying to catch my breath. Salute, Aida. How you doing?
Hi, how are you? I'm good.
I'm feeling good. I watched the clip of you and Justin and Chris, and I have to say that you guys have a great dynamic. And as soon as I saw the little clip, I was thinking they need to do a reality show or have a web series, because you guys have the charisma, the comedy, and just that sibling energy is real good. Are y'all working on something like that? Because it looked like it.
Yeah, we talked about it. It's like a running joke in my house. We're like, like we call different like times in our life seasons. So we're like, yo, if we caught season 1 on camera, it would have been crazy. So we have a lot of things. Like me, Justin, and Chris has all jokes all the time with us. So I mean, I would love to do something like that. And yeah, we've spoken about it having on the BPE network, and hopefully we move forward with something like that soon. Yeah, those are my bros. They call me the bro. It's kind of
yeah, y'all need that. I think that'll help to increase your stock. Mm-hmm. But you said you had a short amateur career. Mm-hmm. How many fights did you have as an Ami?
I had 5.
Okay. Did you lose any of those fights?
Yeah, I was 3-2. I lost 2 fights. But all of them were mad hard. I'm gonna lie to you. Every time, so the way women's boxing works is that when I started boxing, there is no novice class. It's all open class. So you can have 0 fights. You can fight someone with 25 fights. You can fight someone with 100 fights. Like there is no cap on it like there are for the men. Men fight for novice. It's 10 fights and under. You guys all compete together, not for the women. So my role in the amateurs was very tough. I was always fighting someone who was this champion or that champion. But through it all and all of the adversity, I never got stopped, never got an 8 count. Even in the fights that I lost, it just lost on points. So I was like, you know what? That's pretty good. So let's see what we could do, moving forward here. I'm older now. I'm better now, stronger now. I've, done more in the gym. So, and I know, Leila Ali had 0 amateur fights. So I'm like, we can do this.
Yeah, absolutely. And so for those 2 girls that you lost to, are they fighting in a similar weight class? And is it like, do you have a personal vendetta? Do you have to avenge those losses in order to feel complete as a boxer?
I don't know what those girls are doing anymore, honestly. I hope that they have continued their career, because if they beat me, they were good. But I don't care about that. Honestly, like if I see you in the pros, I see you in the pros, but that's not really a shot at my ego. Like you beat somebody with under 5 fights. You did your thing, Yeah,
so just expect when you get to 18-0, 19-0, those 2 girls are going to come out of the woodworks. Promotional companies, management, the patients, everybody's going to come, and that's going to be the topic of the month, that those girls beat you when you're an amateur.
I can't help me promote the fight too while you at it. Give me some more exposure. Keep saying my name, and we're gonna make this happen for a good little chunk of change. So I can't wait for that. The old rivalries, 5 years later. I can't wait for all those stories.
Savannah Marshall's doing it, DB.
Yeah. I like it. As Fred said a little earlier, there's been a lot of crossing over to other combat sports, in particular mixed martial arts, LFA, PFL, and also Bellator and UFC are some of the big MMA companies. Is that something that you ever consider, or would you consider doing it if the money was right, or just in terms of like feeding or satisfying your competitive drive?
If the money is right, yeah, but I'm not really about people kicking me or like, people feeding my I don't even like the outfits. I want them to have socks on. Like it I don't want to roll around with you like that. I mean, I was not saying I would never do it, but I don't know. Probably I probably would never like go out of my way to try to compete in those sports.
You a germaphobe?
I wouldn't even say that. I'm a little boy kind of, but it's just like no. Like also, certain things about you could break in my elbow and these things. And also I'm not trained in that type of combat. So like before I would even think about doing something like that, I would train for years, like maybe like a year or two to really down pat. And that's if I'm still competing in boxing, then that's like double the training, double, like I feel like it would be kind of easier for me to zero in on the sport that I'm doing now and do that to the best of my ability. But I would never say never.
So my question for that is, or the next question I have is, how can you, Aida, transcend women's boxing?
I think that, through myself and others, other women in the sport, I think that we can, transcend boxing and me specifically by showing like Black women that being strong is not a negative thing. It's not an ugly thing. It's not a masculine thing. It can still be very feminine. Through God, anything is possible because I'm a big Christian. So, going along and with those things on my side and preaching His gospel and telling everybody exactly how I got here and my family behind me and doing something that we haven't really seen, brothers and a sister combo do. I think I think it's a great marketing. I think it's us, my brothers are they're pretty good looking too. So through all of that, I think we can take this all the way. My brand will be built around my family, as a big catapult to what I'm trying to do.
And what's your ultimate goal in boxing? And let me kind of give you a little bit of the reason why I ask. When we get these boxers, they come on, we have conversations with them, we love them, we get behind them, we go sub to their YouTube channels, we go and subscribe, or what do you call it, follow them on Instagram and all of these things, and they talk real pretty. Mm-hmm. And 3 or 4 years down the line, they found some success and they start to change a little bit. So what's your goal in boxing? Is it legacy or is it about the money?
I wouldn't really say it's about the money. I mean, I do want to make money for the things that I'm doing. I feel like it deserved. You're old and you deserve good pay for putting out and entertaining people. I think it's more about legacy for me and no regrets. I never really want to be the person that says, I was really good at boxing, but I stopped, or I just decided to go do this other thing. I could have been weird. I never want to see anyone doing what I can do and surpass me, and me never giving myself that chance. Like, you never know, 10 years from now, there could be, and there will be a young woman that grows up, a young Black woman that grows up who is attractive and really good at boxing, and she does what I could have done now in my youth. So it's like I just never want to be one of those people that's like, oh, I could have been her, and people looking at me like, yeah, okay, like I'd rather just do it.
Right.
And earlier too, also you were talking about cutting weight. You said you were around 180 and you got down to 149. Mm-hmm. Are your brother that's still active fighting, and also the one that was fighting before, have you guys worked with a nutritionist or a dietitian to help you guys to understand basically the weight cutting process, so you can still maintain getting all the nutrients and stuff that you need, like cutting weight effectively?
So funny you said that. My aunt is actually our strength and conditioning coach / like nutritionist, and she helps us with all our meal plans and taking our amino acids and all the things that we need to do for working out. So she's very good with that. Like I cut the weight relatively fast under her instruction, and just things that I knew for myself. So if I weighed 180 in like November, and my original pro debut was supposed to be December 12th. I had already cut like 20 pounds between the end of October and December 12th. So I'm pretty good in that aspect. I just have to just be very disciplined with it. But she helps us with that stuff. And later on down the line, I'm sure we'll get even more, help in that department.
Okay. There's I also wanted to mention too. There's a couple in your weight class too. One's name is Unique Dawn, and the other one name is Patricia Shelton. Both of them have great combos. They got great strength and everything. So those are some to look out for. But you also talked about doing some commentating and some play-by-play. So we had David Benavidez, I think, was the last person to come on with us, him and his father, and do some commentating and the play-by-play for I can't remember what card that was. You remember, Fred?
Caleb Plant fight. We had David Benavidez for Caleb Plant. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah, for that fight. So I would like to have you here because Fred said that you're enthusiastic about it. So I would like to have you here in the barbershop for one of the upcoming bouts, and you can call the fight with Fred and I.
Okay, I would love to. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, no, that'll be love. That'll be fun. Who have we had calling fights with us? We had Tony Harrison. I feel like we've had more.
Yeah, I mean, we just talked to so many people. We talked to Sugar Hill and Bob Arum and Mauricio Suleiman and
the list goes on and on.
Fred Kendo, and we didn't have so many people in here, man.
Oh, that's what we didn't have. We didn't have Chris Bird and Freza Kendo. That was the goal, right? You had mentioned Freza Kendo, and were you great at any other sports?
As a kid, I was kind of a tomboy, so I was playing basketball on the block. I was throwing the football with my brothers. I love double. That's not really a big sport.
Double Dutch? You said double Dutch?
Double Dutch, yeah.
Oh, that's a sport?
It's not like a big. I mean, they have like leagues and stuff like that, but we used to just play, recreationally on the block. But I loved it. So I'm a very active person. I've always have been. So anything that's gonna cause me to, except running, I hate running. But I did do like track.
You gotta run. You be trying to get by with that stationary bike and that sauna, huh? You be trying.
I try to spar my way through the rounds, like getting down. Nothing better than running, but I cannot stand running. I can't stand it.
Go ahead, DB.
Yeah, Clarissa Shields and Clarissa and Raquel had a little beef, and Clarissa is now in a position to make another Black woman not wealthy, but put her in a great financial spot, and also to strengthen her own resume. And Clarissa is not giving Raquel a shot. And I don't remember all of the details, Fred. You can probably fill in why she said she wouldn't do it. But what do you think about that?
I would have to know Clarissa's reasons for saying no to the fight. I don't know either one of them personally, so I don't know what could have happened behind the scenes. Like, remember, this is women's boxing, but things can get pretty catty. We're still women, so I don't. For girls, I'm fighting a bitch. I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what happened between y'all, but if it was me, I mean, just as long as nothing got too personal, I would give her the opportunity. I have no reason for Clarissa's, opinion on that, though. So it's kind of hard for me to speak on.
Yeah, I think it's the best way to get at somebody is when we get mad at people, the first thing we want to do is punch them in the face.
Right.
So you have to punch in the face and make money at the same time.
Right.
I just don't understand it. Yeah. Well,
honestly.
Well, if you guys want to call in and beam in, they're not going to do it. Don't worry. They're not calling in and beaming in. If there was
I think Champion Hart and also Reggie
yeah. The great
and Kyle. I know. There's a few
the great Champion Hart will definitely call in. Reg will always beam in. But who's your pound for pound? Who's your pound for pound?
Yeah, there we go. I was getting ready to
ask. Terrence.
1 through 5. Who's number 2? Who's number 2?
I'm gonna have to give that to. I'm gonna say
You broke up.
Yeah,
Tyson Fury. How about 3?
Ooh. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Carissa
at 3.
And it's between Clarissa and Earl. One of them between 3 and 4. They got those 2 spots.
Carissa and Earl.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you put Jamel Charlo?
Jamel is the 160, right?
154. 154 guy.
Oh,
when I got the 3 belts.
He's not in my top 5. I don't have an issue with him, but he's not in my top 5. Only because I really thought that Tony Harrison won the first fight, and I just see a lot of flaws in that. In his fight. I think he's strong. I think he has great will and all that stuff, but
you're breaking up a little bit.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah. DB, your background noise is real loud as well. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. No, you're fine. No, you're fine. I think your internet is cutting you in and out as well. And DB got like a 20-cylinder, like a old school. So sometimes that motherfucker got some horsepower. You know what I'm saying? So he be hitting them corners sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So where would you put Canelo?
I forgot about Canelo. I forgot all about Canelo. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I probably would put Canelo at. I would put Canelo at 3. Arrow on 5.
Okay. What's your take?
Wait, can you run that back? Because I didn't hear it. Her.
Yeah, your audio was going in and out.
You think I should turn off my Wi-Fi? Maybe it'll be better.
Yeah, try that for sure.
Is it better now?
Way better. Yeah, way better. Yeah, so very well.
Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me? I hear you just fine.
Hello?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, good. Yeah, so what's your take on the steroids? On fighters who take steroids?
It's a lot of steroids going around. I think that if you take steroids, I think the repercussions should be much more severe than what they already are. Like, people can die from that. It's cheating in boxing is not like cheating in any other sport. So
right.
You're doing, illegal performance enhancing drugs, like, you can really kill someone. So, and if you happen to kill someone, I think you should go to jail for that. I think you should be on trial. I think it should be like attempted murder or something, because you knew that you knew the risks of this.
Gotcha. Got a super chat.
So
1 second.
Real quick, I don't want to lose that. So if a person is caught taking steroids, would you still put that person on your pound for pound list?
No. And that's the reason why Canelo is, he's still on my pound for pound list, but that's the reason why he's not, a number 1 or something like that, because I don't even, that was kind of shady.
Oh, Tyson Fury as well.
That was shady as well. That was also shady.
Yeah, you forgot Fury did, because he went away. Yeah, I know he went away for a couple years and hid and spent all that money and went on them binges. And then he said, "Oh shit, they done forgot about me." You know what I mean? I know. It's easy to do it when you got a big engine pushing you. You know what I mean? He got mental issues.
Right.
He's not a drug addict. He has mental issues. Dana Jones said, "Simply beautiful in my Al Green voice. Very lovely indeed. Not talking about you, Fred. I'm sure. So is your beautiful daughter, as I tell you all the time, man. Daughter's gorgeous. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Dana Jones. Appreciate you, Dana Jones.
Yeah, we're that's why I would love for you to come and have these conversations, because you have a completely different perspective on boxing than I do, and those will make for some great conversations. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, for sure. Oh, go ahead, D.
Yeah. So let me ask you this question, because you are a boxing expert and a pro boxer, so you would know this better than me. But who are the top 3 wins on Canelo Alvarez's resume?
I guess I would have to say Love, Danny Jacobs, and Triple G.
Okay. And second to that is when you make the pound for pound list, like what are, I don't know, 4 or 5 of the criteria for your particular pound for pound list?
I guess skill set, the things that I can see you do in the ring that others. I guess opposition, who you fought, you know, like they're undefeated, you know, if they were undefeated or not. I really try to stay away from the hype of things. So just because, like, you know, a lot of boxing fans like this certain person, like he's not going on my pound for pound list just because, you know. So I don't really go into the fandom of it all. So what else? And definitely records. Your record has to be, you know, pretty much undefeated for me, unless, you know, unless there was just like, you know, something happened or draws. I don't really count as, you know, that as big as a detriment, you know, when I think about that type of thing. But yeah, I guess was that 5? Did I say 5 before? I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, if that's it, we roll with that. Okay. So let me ask back about Aida. What does Aida have to do physically and technically to become a better or a complete boxer?
Aida has to lose some weight. Aida has to stay active. Aida has to listen to her trainers and her brothers. And that'll be.
Asia Math got a question. Asia Math.
Yeah. My brother Hotep Shalom had one too. He said, "Who's Terrence Crawford's top 3 wins?"
Gamboa. I would have to say, what's his name is on the tip of my tongue. Kell Brook and
And who was the last one?
Victor Postol.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Right on. Gamboa, Postol. Okay. Right on. And who you said had a question, Fred?
Asia Math. Let me get Christopher Journay. Bomac, she down there talking about Bud. She down there, she talking good about Bud. That's a running joke in the chat, man. Oh. You know what I mean? Yeah. They down there hating on Bud, but they loving Bud in here tonight. Bud, see me. So you know, me and Team B&B got history.
Okay.
So I don't think he's good at all. I don't think Terrence Crawford is. I think he's Harold Miner. I think he's a fake Michael Jordan. Like I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him play the Lakers yet.
Okay.
You understand? So I want to see him play the Lakers. Okay. You know, he's been in that weak Eastern Conference. You know what I mean? For his whole career, and I'm like, dude, I saw him get punched in the face and he fell. You understand? So I want him to prove himself. You know, I'm tired of all the, you know what I mean? You know, but he
fight Errol and Errol.
Preach, brother Fred, preach. Well,
say it again, Aida.
He's been trying to fight Errol. Errol doesn't want to fight him.
Oh, Earl doesn't want to fight him. Elaborate on that.
Errol, listen, honestly, the whole time I was like, okay, you know, they just want to get the money right, the negotiations. As soon as Errol started talking about, you know, we're going to give him what we're going to give him if we split it 60-40 or 30-70. As soon as I heard 30-70, I was like, okay, Errol, you're not really trying to fight. And that's okay. You know, that's totally all right. But I just it didn't feel like he was really trying to make the fight happen. It sounded like he was trying to, you know, get around it.
In my Keith Sweat voice, nobody Terrence Crawford has fought. Nobody, Bird, man. Bird. So you think the fight should be 50-50?
I would say it's, I guess because Errol is on the more popular side, you know, with the Al Heyman and stuff. I wouldn't mind it because Errol, I mean, Terrence said he would do a 40-60 split. He agreed to do that, and then now it's just 70.
He did?
Said he would do it. He said I read on one of the blogs. He said he would do it.
Really? I didn't know that. That's news to me.
Yeah, he was like,
that's brand new.
he was like, "F it, let's just get the fight made," and it still is not. I'm like,
oh, 60-40 his way.
no, he said the 60-40 the other way.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that at all.
Do you remember who he was interviewing with when that happened?
I read it on, I think it was like the Boxing Sweet Science. I have to go look it up, but I read it one day when I was on Instagram. I was like, oh, for real? So now, because I remember sending it to one of my friends, which I argue about boxing all day. So I sent it, and I was surprised, because I'm like, okay, so what's the problem now? You know? So that part always just like 30-70 now. 60-40 is fair, and then do like, I don't know, do something with the pay-per-view, view shares or something like that,
Hustler home real quick before we jump back. Ask her who her dream fight as far as herself, if you guys haven't asked already. What's up, Hustler's home?
A dream fight for me would be like a Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor right now.
Okay, Amanda Serrano. Big fight.
Yeah.
Let me get Asia Math in here first. He's been waiting a minute.
Yeah, get Asia Math. While Asia Math is connected, let me ask you. You said that was the National Enquirer where you got that article from?
Who are you talking to me?
Yeah, was that the National Enquirer?
No, I think it was if I'm not mistaken, it was a tweet that one of the boxing blogs posted that he.
Oh, yeah. Asia, what's up?
You know that was so unreliable. But we gonna let you slide, Queen, with that. You're entitled to it.
We don't let people slide in the barbershop.
No, hold on, Fred. You always get on me if I go kind of, I ain't gonna say hard, but a little rough with the female. So I'm gonna humble myself. It's a pleasure sharing the panel with you. What's up, Fred? What's up, BB King?
Yeah, how you feel?
I had a few questions. What is your take on? Are you open to sharing what's your perspective on females sharing the ring with guys?
Absolutely not. I am so against that. I don't think that should happen in any capacity. Like, I think that, women should be respected in boxing and men should be respected in boxing. Like, these are still men, like I don't care what what type of training you have as a woman. Like, a man hits you, that's gonna hurt you, and it's a no-win situation, because if a woman gets in there and beats a guy up, they're gonna say that he took it easy on her, and then if he gets in there and beats her up, now he looks bad, so it's not really, I don't think that it's necessary.
Right. I mean, there's a few scenarios. What's that one big Caucasian chick? No, I think she's Hispanic. She's real big. She's like a lumberjack. Just say she fought someone the size of a Manny Pacquiao. I think she'll have a chance. But go ahead.
Hit hard, because I spar men all the time, and then their reflexes is just not even fair.
Right. What would you say is the best division currently? I'm speaking from the male side. Don't want to be biased. But if you want to elaborate on in the females, you go ahead with that as well.
The males, I guess I really like 154 for the men.
Okay.
The weight class right now. Okay. For the women, around 130, 135, and then you have like a couple of women that I like at what weight was that Courtney and those girls fought at? I think it was 117 or something like that. So right. Those weights were really good to watch. But for the women, probably like 130, 135, and the men 154.
Okay. Yeah, 154 stacked. I've been saying that for years now.
Yeah.
On some other channels. Yeah. Go top 3 154 and from you.
Charlo, Tony Harrison, and
Luby.
Jarrett Hurd.
Okay. Yeah, you got a fight coming up.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question. What is the best era of boxing that you just hate?
My favorite era of boxing. So I missed out on the old school like boxing. So I can't even I can't even speak on that. it's not something that I experienced for myself. It sounded like it was like pandemonium, you know, Mike Tyson era and stuff. So I don't know. I'm just kind of in a moment with it, but I you know, will take other people's word for how it was back in the day. I really will. Like, I like the love the way boxing is now though too. But you know what? I'm gonna say Floyd Mayweather.
You must be talking about not Money Made, but
Pretty Boy.
Pretty Boy.
I'm talking about his
Yeah.
whole
Oh, his whole.
his reign. I guess if we're talking about, you know, fighters, I would have to give it to him.
Okay. Well, as I said, it was a pleasure. Thanks for answering the questions.
It's a pleasure.
Salute to you, Fred. Good choice having on her, and good luck in the future. We'll be looking out for your fights.
Thank you.
And always come back to get our support. And I just gotta hey, like Fred said, we don't know what Bud is really made of. You struggle with his top 3 fights. What you think Earl would do to those guys, them 3 guys that you just mentioned? What would you think Earl Spence would do to those guys?
I mean, the way you say that, I think we could say the same thing for Terrence. What do you think Terrence would have done to Mikey Garcia, who came up and waited to fight him? Like, I think he would have stopped him. You know, he took less time to stop Kell Brook. Like, I feel like you give those same opponents time. I think Terrence would knock out Sean Porter. Wouldn't go the distance, you know. So I don't know. And I also think those guys that Terrence fought were like the Postal and the Gamboa back then, you know, when he was still himself. I don't know how Errol would have done against those guys. Honestly, like, I think that Postal was giving a lot of people problems as well. So I don't know. Styles, but I guess I can just say the same thing on the other end. Like, a lot of the people, I know Mikey Garcia was not going 12 rounds with Terrence Crawford.
Okay, sound like me and her got a bet when that fight finally do get made. What's gonna be the wage?
I got 50 on it.
She got 5-0 on it, man. She from New York, you know.
Okay, let's bet that up. We could trust you with holding the money, Fred.
Yeah.
All right, salute, Queen. Good luck to your future and all your future endeavors.
Thank
All
you.
right, DB, salute. Thank you.
What's your take on Sean Porter? Someone asking in the chat.
I think that Sean Porter is very good at what he does. I think that he could clean up his you know, some of the dirtier tactics that he has, so that people can, you know, enjoy a 12-round fight without, you know, cuts and things like that. But I think that the style that he's emulated is a style that works very well for him. I think he's relentless. I think he's a dog. Honestly.
He's a dog, definitely a dog, definitely aggressive. He is.
Yeah.
Definitely a dog. We got Kyle beaming in. Go ahead, Kyle. What's up? Kyle, you here?
I'm here, Fred.
Oh, I don't think she.
That's Errol. Oh, you got the. Oh, okay. You got okay. So I know what side you on tonight. Go ahead.
The Errol Spence slander. The Errol Spence slander. You know, must stop. You know.
I see
That's barbershop. All right. Listen, I had Steven Nelson on my show the other day. That he said that fight is neither Errol Spence fault or Terrence Crawford fault. We also had Bob Arum on the show. He said he's not interested in making that fight until it's absolutely necessary. So basically, what he's saying is, when Errol Spence got all the belts and he has to fight Terrence Crawford, they'll have the upper hand for negotiations. So the big fish is still running some shit. All right, let's.
Okay.
Wrong. I mean, okay. My bad. I'm Kyle. How you doing? Great.
Yeah, I do.
I had a lot of Errol Spence on. I couldn't take it anymore, Fred. I had to have my baby in my arms. I had to put her down.
I should go run upstairs and put my Earl Spence sweater on, right?
Gonna have to. You know, I was debating on what shirt I wanted to put on. You know what I mean?
Right.
settle with that. I'm back because he fought Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Kell Brook, a younger Kell Brook. Let's can we say that a younger Kell Brook when Kell Brook was on fire?
Knocked him out though too.
Huh?
He fought him back. He broke his eye socket and knocked him out at a high weight.
Was that what eye was that? Was it the same eye or was it a different eye?
What do you mean same eye from what?
Was it the same eye or a different eye that Triple G messed up?
I'm not sure. I'm just talking about the physical damage on someone's body. Like after you go from getting knocked out, and he didn't even have a tune-up fight after that, if I'm not mistaken. He went up in weight to fight Triple G, right? And then he went back down in weight, and so he fought Errol Spence at 147, and he fought Triple G at 160. So he went up to 160, got knocked out, took a bunch of damage, then went back down to 147, drained himself to get back down there because I'm sure that wasn't easy, and then fought again. Like I wasn't expecting anything less than what I saw. So that win over him was kind of like,
Okay, so we're gonna say 2 broken eye sockets, right? He was at 154, long layoff. Terrence Crawford beat the brakes off of him.
Mm-hmm. If we let Errol do it and he had more time to recover, I'm not really mad at that like that. Like who I was in 2017 is not who I am now. And if I have time to regain my confidence, then maybe I could do something with that. But me coming off an extremely bad loss like that and then going into another world championship title, with someone as dangerous as Errol, like, I don't know. I feel like they knew exactly what they were doing with that.
What you mean? I mean, he was mandatory.
Yeah. But I'm saying that, like when these fights are made, like, I feel like you know who the A side, you know who the B side is from what, if you're a boxing fan of what happened, what they've just been through, the weight that they've gained. Like, if you're really watching what's going on, like I knew that Kell was gonna get stopped.
So you didn't think he was gonna get stopped against Terrence Crawford?
No, I knew Terrence was gonna stop him, but that's not because of the damage. I just knew Terrence was gonna find a way to get him out of there. Like he finds a way to get everybody out of there.
Okay. I like Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is one of my favorite fighters. But Errol Spence, you know what I mean? Errol Spence is just Errol Spence. You know
you'll be great for this platform. Oh, you'll be great for this. You're gonna be famous now. Oh, for sure. Oh, you thought you're gonna be famous overnight. Fury and Crawford on this platform? That's gold. That's gold for us over here. But go ahead.
What'd you say about Tyson Fury?
Huh?
What'd you say about Tyson Fury?
I like Tyson Fury. That's what I said.
Hey, while he's doing that, stop being nice, Kyle. She got to get that work for that Spence hate. Crawford versus Posto was poetry in motion. Crawford looked amazing in that. I would agree. I definitely would agree. He looked amazing. DB, you still? Yeah, you still there. What you got, DB?
Oh man, I'm just, I'm taken aback that I don't even want to call it hate, but obviously Aida doesn't have much great to say about EJ, and I understand sometimes with Earl and Bud Crawford, people just split it down the middle. They have one side and they push for it. But if that were the case, though, I don't know. I just get confused when somebody doesn't like one of those guys, but they like Canelo, who stuck needles up his behind, and Tyson Fury, who stuck something in every what they call orifices in his body. I mean, he stuck stuff up his rectum and his ears, nose, eyes. He tried to stick stuff in his fingers if he could. And we still have these guys on our pound for pound list. What does it mean to be on code or to stay on code?
I want to clear up. Okay, about the Errol Spence and the Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I'm just talking just as a fight fan. Like, no, excuse me. I'm not speaking as a fight fan. I'm speaking as someone who is watching the technicality of the sport and what I see when it comes to styles makes fights. So, Errol Spence, if you're watching this, I have no problems with you. I'm not trying to get in with you. But the thing about Tyson Fury and Canelo, I don't like what either one of them did. Allegedly. And since I'm called out on it, maybe we could take them off my pound for pound list, because I don't condone cheating and things of that nature. And I really didn't like it when Canelo did it, to be honest with you. And also the fight with Kovalev, I wasn't feeling that fight either. So, you know, we can go ahead and take them off. But being on code and being a clean fighter and, you know, just doing things the right way, I think it's extremely important. Like, I don't think that's something that you can play around with. You know, people can die. Like, I have my friend Patrick Day, you know, I'm not saying that through steroids, but he's no longer with us, you know, from the sport. So I think that those things are very important. People should take more heed to them. And also, in order for it not to be such a, because these boxers are doing the steroids for a reason. They want to be seen. They want to get these knockouts. They want to get famous in boxing. They want to make money, you know. So if we, you know, give the sport a little bit more like shine and attention and give them more allowance, get these fighters some health insurance and more coverage, they wouldn't feel the need to sell their soul in that type of way. So I think it's like, you know, on a couple of different, you know, ends, things need to change. But at the end of the day, your integrity should never, you know, waver.
AJ McCoy said, I'm scared to ask at this point. Might as well. What's your take on Deontay Wilder?
I think Deontay, like I said before, I think he has the perfect build for a heavyweight, especially, you know, which is one we haven't seen in years. Like, we've seen a lot of heavyweights who are kind of soft around the belly, you know, not really in that greatest shape. Like, he looks like an athlete to me. His arms are long. He's very strong. He's exciting to watch. He has that knockout power. I appreciate him. I really do. And honestly, I think that I didn't like how, you know, the whole Mark Breland situation where he kind of blamed everything on him. He was trying to save his life, you know? So certain things about Deontay, I think he could do better. But overall, I think he's a good boxer. I just think he needs to probably work on a little bit more technically sound things. And I hope he's getting that with his new coach. And yeah, that's pretty much what I think about. I think he's good. I think he's great for the sport, though.
That's a great answer.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Champion who said drop the link.
Oh, okay, for sure.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. This is rough. Is there somebody? I mean, because I know you didn't grow up doing amateur boxing, but you are part of a boxing family and probably been in the gym for a long time. But is there somebody that's a family member or a friend or somebody that you would not fight that's in the fight game?
My brothers. Justin, my little brother, he's too fast, too sharp. It's annoying fighting him. I can't reach either one of them. They're like above 6 feet. So I really don't want to spar them anymore. And every punch that they throw is very hard, even when they're trying to be, you know, even when they're trying to, you know, give me soft touches. It's just they can't hold back their power. So I guess those guys. But besides that, I mean, anyone outside of my family, no.
What about after boxing? What's your plan for your particular community? What part of Brooklyn are you from?
I live in East New York right now, but I was born and raised in Bed-Stuy.
Okay. So what's your plan? You blow up and you get Layla Ali famous, you get Clarissa Shields money. What are you planning on doing if you already have a plan? What do you plan on doing for your community with the finances and with the success that you will get from boxing?
Like my goal is to, you know, build a legacy and to inspire. So like I can't even tell you how many times, like, I used to be a para in the school, and, you know, I worked around a lot of young kids. And when I would see a girl that was like, you know, athletic, there's like this one girl that I taught, and she could run a mile in like 6 minutes or something like that. And I remember just being like, oh my God, I wish I could like get her in the gym. You know, I think like she would be so good at this. So, you know, inspiring. I want to be hands-on in the community with especially Black women. I want to, you know, show them a different way, and that sports aren't just for men. I see myself just being an inspiration and taking that and really trying to build up the next generation and steer them away from the things and the way that they see life now. I think that a lot of Black women's role models are a little bit inappropriate. So I would like to be one that's appropriate, like a Serena Williams, you know?
And are you working with any boys and girls clubs or any youth groups or doing anything in the community right now?
I do work with, and I'm gonna start working with like an autism organization. I would like to get into more things like that in the future, but I'm open to anything that is, it's close to my heart and that I believe in and that can help people. I'm down to do it.
Right on. I
Deacon
like it.
305 is in the building. You good, DB?
Yeah.
Okay. As beautiful as this sister is, why all the hate for Spence?
Man, I did not hate Spence. I'm just saying. If it goes between him and Terrence, I got Terrence. Like, okay, like let's praise Spence a little bit here. Then I knew he was going to be Danny Jacob. I knew that was going to happen. I would have
who? Danny Garcia.
I see it. I have him over. If Keith ever comes back, I got him over Keith. Even though I love Keith Thurman too.
Everybody but Terrence.
Huh?
Everyone but Terrence.
Yeah, everybody but Terrence, and that's okay. Like, he's just not getting Terrence. Like only way I see him getting Terrence is if this fight is made like 3 years from now, and Terrence is even older. Like, then okay.
Gotcha. Deacon 305. What's up? Go ahead, man.
Hey, what's good? What's good, DB? What's good, Fred? What's good, Queen?
Hello.
Hey, it's too blessed to be. What's up, DB?
Oh,
too blessed. Yeah.
Aida, they rolling now, so just give me a 5-minute warning when you're ready to get out of here, and we'll be good because you got them all riled up now. They're gonna start piling up on you.
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah. Just give me a 5-minute warning when you're ready to get out of here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dick.
I had some other things I wanted to talk about tonight, but I guess we can't do that tonight. It was something that was bothering me, and I say that you was right again on certain things, but I wanted to give somebody a shot, and this is the thanks we get, but I'll talk about that later. The young lady is one of the most, I thought I said this about a different female you brought in, but I think she is more educated on boxing. She's calling balls and strikes. She's hitting some in my direction. She'll hit some in your directions. And when she get up the pitch, she strikes me out with the Tyson Fury. But other than that, she's on point.
That's great.
Hey man, but again, I was in that boat with what she's in right now. I had visited H Money Channel, and this guy was telling me I was not a fight fan because my preference of who I chose. They asked the question, and I answered Deontay. They say out of AJ, Tyson Fury, and Deontay Wilder, who you like, who wins, and why? I say Deontay Wilder, and I'm looking forward to the trilogy. And before I can finish, you don't know nothing about boxing. You're not a fight fan. What, man? I've been on this earth for half a century. You gonna tell me how I feel? And you asked the question. I can answer it the way I want to, right? So people got to get out of that part. Not on this platform. I'm just speaking where I was. They was attacking me for picking Deontay Wilder, and I'd stick to it. Deontay Wilder would knock those guys out. He already knocked out Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury admitted that out of his own mouth. In the first fight, he said he don't know how he got up. He was asleep. You know what I mean? And Terrence Bud Crawford is the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world until he loses. Now, I want to say this again, what I said. Think about this. Every weight class that Floyd Mayweather moved up, he took his pound-for-pound status with him to each weight class. Is that not a fact, ma'am?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the same thing with Bud Crawford. He takes his pound-for-pound status with him to the new weight class. Y'all, Earl asked him, if you get a belt, and when you come to 147, get a belt, we'll fight. He did that. Every opponent that Crawford's fight, he stops them.
Yes.
And there's no blemishes on his record where he's been cheating or anything. When you think about Terrence Crawford, you got to think about Floyd. You got to think about Bernard Hopkins. Guys like this, you know what I mean? Discipline, gym rats. You know what I'm saying? hard work and dedication. So when you produce that type of effort, it pays off.
Right.
And that's why he's number one pound for pound. He's earned it. It's not given, it's earned. You know, so I commend you. I appreciate you being honest. You keep your listen. You gotta, and you're gonna be all right. You know, because everybody's not gonna agree with you. You know what I mean? Everybody's not gonna agree with you. You know, and you sound good with it, and you're not just spouting off at the mouth. You putting everything in order. That's why I say you hitting balls, you're throwing balls and strikes, you're lining it up perfectly, and again, you know, I like the way you're coming with it.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, and one thing I want to say about Boots Ennis, I said this before, and I say it again, Boots Ennis is the best fighter at 147 yet to be proven, meaning that he has the potential to be the best at 147 from what I've seen from him thus far. You agree or no?
I agree on that. I saw him in nationals like in 2015. I thought he was good back then. He was fighting at like 141, and he was great back then. So now seeing him in the pros, like I have faith in him for sure.
Right, yeah. And what you think about the Russell family?
The Russell, I love them. I think Gary Russell is so talented. Seriously, I mean,
Facts.
How old is he now, though, Gary Russell?
He's early 30s, 31 maybe, 30, 31, yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
good. I'd love to see more of him, though. Now, I would like to see him fight more. Like, I feel like every time he fights is such a, rare occasion, a special occasion. I want to see it, like, twice a year at least.
Right.
Like opportunity to really shine, like, he can.
Right.
Now, to be totally honest, and I love Russell, but I do remember what he was saying a couple of years ago before he was started. You remember recently, past recently, whatever. He was just coming out. He wasn't on social media like that, but he just had start coming out, and he was making waves. And the biggest wave he made is right here in the barbershop. That's when it's like when it took off, went viral. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely. So, but I do remember what he said. He said, because of my hands is the reason why I fight once a year. I have to preserve my hand because I have hand problems.
Oh.
But you know what I'm saying? So, but since he was coming out lately, he it's like he moved away from the hand. I'm not saying it was an excuse.
Right.
He know how he feels. But I no longer hear him talking about he's not fighting because of his hands. What you think about that?
What do you think it is?
I don't. I really can't speak to it behind the scenes. I can only speculate, and doing that, I'll be wrong because I will not be accurate. But like you said, I would like to see him fight at least twice a year. But for whatever reason, he's not getting those fights. His family, even Batman was coming out saying like maybe it's something personal going on with management because you know what I'm saying. They're not trying to force these fights because he supposed to fight Santa Cruz, all these guys before the other champion. He been champion. He's been calling these guys out, but they've given these guys to Tank and everybody else. Right. And I don't think it's fair. What you think?
I don't think that's fair either. Actually, I'm glad that you brought him up because I really love watching Gary Russell fight. So, I mean, whatever it is, honestly, I never really thought about what the reason was, but now that I think about it, I guess subconsciously, I always thought it was something contractually that was the issue, or something with his management, because I didn't really fathom that he just wants these long layoffs. So it has to be something beyond his control. Is the reason why he's not active right now.
Right, absolutely. And before I get out of here, what do you think about? Do you foresee the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder trilogy coming to fruition before the AJ fight or something after? And if he takes step aside money, do you think he'll take step aside money?
I see the Anthony Joshua happening first, then running it back to the Deontay Wilder fight. Honestly,
right?
Those are a little too involved with this now for anyone to take any type of money to step aside. I think that it'll happen that way first. And it's funny about those big three names is that I have them. It's like so mismatched. I have if Fury fights Deontay again, he's gonna win again. And I have if Deontay fights Anthony Joshua, he'd beat Anthony Joshua. And then when it comes to Fury and Anthony Joshua, I think that was kind of like a coin toss, but either one could do it, get the job done.
All right. Hey, I appreciate the time, but I'm gonna say this before I bounce. Deontay Wilder knocks out Fury again. Deontay Wilder knocks out AJ. Bomb Squad. Peace Queen. Peace Fred and DB. Salute to the chat. I thank y'all. I appreciate you for your time.
Okay,
Good night.
thank you.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it. That's
Yes,
past
sir.
Deacon 305. Christopher Journet says we like to speak about staying on code, but it's okay to love Spence and hate Bud. I don't rock with that weak code. Shaking my head. Christopher Journet. Wait, we got one more. Yeah, basically. Fuck Bud. That's now you talking to Team Spence now. Anything you want to say to Team Spence?
Tell me how you really feel.
That's so you're really talking directly to Earl Spence right now. So feel free to talk directly to him.
What you mean? That's his team?
Yeah, feel free.
I mean, listen, man, you got to ride with him, and I understand. As long as you're not saying fuck Aida, that's not.
Oh man, yeah. Are you big on politics?
Like,
are you expressive about it?
Nah.
Okay, good. Because Deacon wanted to ask you a question, and I know what he wanted to ask you. I'm assuming so, but I'm pretty sure he wanted to ask you about Kamala Harris comments.
Oh, I'm not big on politics because I feel like there's like it's like the greater of a couple of different evils, you know.
Sure.
That's why I speak on it much, but I'm happy that she is, you know, mostly Black, and I'm happy that, you know, she's trying to do things in the community. I'm not happy with some of the things I heard about her in the past and getting a lot of like Black men locked up and things that she was doing when she was before she was VP, but I'm rooting for her. I hope she, you know, does.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's back again. Let her know she can patch up the H. Patch up the H. What's the H, Jordan? I'm taking all rent money. That's if she's confident in what she's saying. We will take her money too.
You can take my little itty bitty money, but listen, when
yeah. Oh man. Go ahead. Feel free to respond.
Yeah, no, we could bet money on that. I mean, I'm very confident.
I'm taking all your money. No, they not taking your money. I'm taking all your money.
I do not tell me about your bank account. Don't tell me nothing about that. I'm coming to get
H money.
Okay, and since you're directly with Errol's team, tell him that I want to see that happen. So if you can talk him into it, let him know that's what we want to see. All right.
H stands for H money. Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Oh,
DB, you back in here? Go ahead, D. And then we got Kyle and Hustle's Home.
No, go ahead. I'm just, you know, I'm breaking this fast right now. So.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, for sure.
Because it's late. It's like almost 1:30 over here. But go ahead.
You got 5 minutes? You got 5 minutes?
It's like 1:30 over here.
Yeah, it is. I know. That's why I said, let me know when you're ready to get out of here, because you got you got them fired up now. Go ahead, Kyle.
It was too much. You know what I mean? It was too much. You know, I try not to argue with women unless they're my wife. So I had to. It was getting too. It was becoming too much for me. You know what I mean? You brought me. You got me back with Deontay Wilder, and then you lost me again. You know what I mean?
What happened? Tell me.
Tyson Fury is an habitual cheater.
So it's connected.
You got two of the cheatingest people in your list, but we're not gonna go there. All right.
I recanted that though. You didn't hear when I said, "Listen, if you know what, I'm gonna talk about integrity. So if that's the case, and they both cheat, they can get out of my pound for pound." I said that.
Yeah, but no more Errol Spence slander.
Listen, I'm the only woman that it's okay for me to be wrong. You understand? Like, we're gonna take accountability on this side.
Okay, and take accountability for this slander of Errol Spence, please. This, I mean, listen, I can't allow you to talk about the big fish like this. You know what I mean?
I love Errol though. I love Errol Spence.
It don't seem like it around this piece.
I do, but see, that's the beauty of boxing is that like you can love someone personally, just like I met both of them in person. I got pictures of both of them. They both were very nice to me. Like I like them, but when it comes to taking my feelings out of it and being objective, that's what I'm gonna do here.
I respect that.
But what we can't allow you to say is that doesn't want the fight to happen. We can't allow that narrative to come swimming around, flying around.
I'm not feeling the urgency on Errol's side. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay. Well, this is gonna be nice and easy. This is gonna be nice, easy. And I'm putting it away. And I'm gonna ask you some personal questions about yourself. Okay. So listen. You're a boxer. You're a businesswoman, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. You buy a house, mm-hmm. right? You buy everything for the house. You get the couch, the TV. You know what I'm saying? Food in the refrigerator, right? Somebody knock on your door. They come, lay down on your couch, leave all the lights on, leave the water running, eat all your snacks out your refrigerator, mm-hmm. eat all your food. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They got your cable bill high as hell. And mm-hmm. they say, I'm getting ready to leave.
Right.
You say, oh, wait a minute, man. You've been here for 30 days. I'm gonna need some rent or something.
Right.
They say, oh, no. You good? You got it. You got it? Mm-hmm. Walk out. How would you feel?
So in this analogy, you're saying that Errol Spence is his house and Terrence has come through and run amok and doesn't want to pay up?
What I'm saying is he put all the work into the house, and then this guy just came over to freeload, took everything, and then got up out of here. That's kind of what that you kind of get. You see what I'm saying?
I think that's about perspective because I don't see it that way.
Okay. All right. Let's be honest. Okay. We can all agree on this. The person that's fought the harder competition is Errol Spence Jr. I mean, there's no way around that. We can't even debate this. It's really not even up for discussion.
I don't really. Though. I think he fought the most popular opposition. I don't think he fought the hardest opposition.
Okay.
Oh man. Fried green tomato is a world beater. man. Hank Lundy. I like Hank Lundy, but damn, man, he's a Hall of Famer. Hank Lundy is a Hall of Famer.
I'm just saying, like a lot of the guys Terrence fought with may not have.
Jeff Horn. Oh my God, man.
I'm trying to be patient here. Listen. I'm trying to be patient here. You're not getting this hard. Okay. Hey, pound for pound, you gotta relax. But listen,
Kyle finna cry.
I'm trying to hold my shit together. This ain't easy. Okay. Listen, because I'm normally standing up, yelling, and I'm arguing. So listen. Okay. Who? Take Kell Brook out because they both beat and fought Kell Brook. Mm-hmm. Take Kell Brook out of it. Who on Bud's resume is better than Sean Porter?
Okay. Y'all gonna be mad at me when I say this, but
don't come in no bullshit now. Please don't come in no bullshit.
Oh, I'm about to kick you out the show now, but go ahead.
Like I said about Sean Porter before, I think he's great at what he does.
So you think Sean's a bum?
I would not go as far as to say Sean's a bum, but his style of boxing is not one that I prefer.
So what is it? Is he a gatekeeper? Is he a bum? Like we in a barbershop, we not calling him a bum in real life, but we trying to get perspective.
Yeah. I think that he's an ugly he's an ugly fighter. Like, you know, I just don't really see much like skill behind it. You know, like if I wanted to get in the ring and I wanted to bum rush everybody and just throw whatever and use my physicality and not real like technical my boxing skills, then you could be a lot of people that way if you're in shape. Like I think that's really good for what he does. But as a boxer, I do not like his fighting style. So you comparing him and saying that, you know, and also that fight is pretty close to me. Like I saw a lot of shit in there where I was like, Errol, You know, like he didn't impress me at all. So
The question is,
Mhm.
who on Bud's resume is better than Sean Porter? I don't care how he looked, how you don't like how he fight. Who on his resume is better than Sean Porter?
I would have to go on BoxRec because I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the guys that he fought, their names are not like ringing in my head because they're not high profile boxers. But he fought a couple of Olympians. The guy he fought,
Felix Diaz.
Benavidez's brother was good. Like, I mean, those guys could really fight. Like when you're watching it as a boxing fan and you're looking at what these guys are doing, two talents in the ring and how the intensity of the fight, I'm like, these guys can really fight. Like they might not have the name behind them or the popularity pushing them, but they were all dogs and they were all undefeated and he stopped all of them.
Okay, I'm gonna just
Hey, real quick, Fred, pound for pound got a super chat in there.
I put it. Kyle finna cry.
No, he got another one.
Oh, I missed it. Damn. Thank you, DB. Oh, Spence fought Thurman's leftovers.
Yeah, he did.
That's Thurman is a coward.
Hey, Aida, you bring him out.
Yeah,
you know, when Aida in your
pound for pound, you know good goddamn well Keith Thurman is a pansy. He's a duck artist. He's an habitual duck artist. Listen, man, if we're gonna say anybody's a ducker, is ducking fights, is Keith Thurman. All Keith Thurman does is hide. All right. So now that Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence have the belts and they have all the power, now he want to dance. But when he had the belts, he didn't want to dance. He said, no, y'all gotta do some more. Y'all gotta do this. Y'all gotta do that. Now they got the belts. And he said, no, man, y'all gotta fight me. No, we ain't gotta do nothing with you.
Right.
You for that look, that dumb haircut, you cut the ponytail, you still look dumb. And I hate how he talks. I hate how he dresses. I hate stupid phrases. I hate that guy.
It runs deep, huh?
Oh, it's deep. It's deep. He's just a whole ass dude. You know what I mean? And listen, you know, I don't like to call fighters bums and talk bad about them like that. But that's one guy. Fuck him. You know what I mean? Okay. No, fuck him. I don't care if he don't get another boxing match. You know what I'm saying? Because when he had a chance to help these guys out and fight them, he didn't want to do it. You know what I mean? He gave us every excuse in the book. My shoulder, this and that. You know what I'm saying? And then he told you flat out, oh, I'm not gonna fight no top guys when I come back. It's like, dude, Kell Brook might have had both eye sockets broke, but he came to fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He came to fight. So this is all I'm saying. Keith Thurman's a bum. You know what I'm saying? He's a fucking joke. Okay, let me. All right, let's get off Errol Spence, please. Let's please, because we're not getting anywhere. Okay? you haven't answered the question good enough, smooth enough. So we're gonna get on. Do you have anything lined up as far as a fight?
Yeah, I just want to say something about Keith Thurman real quick before we go into that. I like
nothing positive.
Something good. I like Keith, but I will say, I agree. I'm not gonna say like he's a pansy and everything, but I will say that I think that
he's a chump.
Fell in love, he got married, and he lost his fever for the sport. That's what I think really happened. I think he just.
You're gonna blame it on the woman, huh?
Look at his fighting.
Man.
Where's
look at his fight against Pacquiao though. Like she was there. Like the fight was more about him being happily married than it was about Pacquiao to me. Like she was there. He was very happy. She didn't know he boxed. It was the first fight that she ever saw him in. I think it was very sweet. But I think that if his mind and his brain is not there, then he made the right decision and not trying to fight these top guys. These guys are hungry and these guys can hurt him. So if he wasn't there mentally, then I think that was the smartest decision for him to make because you don't play the sport.
You know what he thought? This is what he thought. He thought he was gonna go in there and do Pacquiao dirty, right? But he didn't account that Pacquiao was probably on the juice. You know what I mean?
No, he knew. He knew.
And pieced him up in the 9th round. You know what I mean? But he thought easy work. See, that's the problem with him. You know what I'm saying? He's seeking out easy work. That's why I respect his grind. when you talk about Errol Spence seeks out the hardest fights.
Except
Terrence Crawford. No, oh, come on, man. She's we on the same page, and then you just
all right, let's go back to the other page. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's go back to your page. Okay. What fight? The fight, you have a fight coming up?
Yeah, I'm gonna be fighting again in June, early June.
Do you know where?
Huh?
Do you know,
say it again?
Do you know where the fight is gonna be?
I think this is one is gonna be in Mexico, but I'm gonna definitely make a fight announcement as soon as we get everything together.
Because we want to support you 100%. As long as you don't do it, no more of the slander though. It's gotta come with facts. No more slander. Just if you don't know for certain, just don't even answer. Just say no.
I'm gonna come back with Bud's full resume next time I get on here.
Okay, yeah, that'll be perfect. Okay. We already know Bud's resume.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what I know from there because I remember like these guys.
Kell Brook,
mm-hmm.
Fried green tomato.
Do we call that a resume?
Jose Benavidez.
Right.
Felix Diaz, John Molina, Hank Lundy, Jeff Horn.
He's also not getting the opportunity to fight all the guys that
on
the whole other side. Like he's like in a whole different boxing right now.
But it was his choice to be on that other side though. We have to understand that.
Right.
Okay.
Got that Mike Tyson resume, Hustler Holmes said, and he doubles back and says, "Somebody tell her Bud resume is trash."
I disagree.
Amir Khan, that's what I'm missing. Amir Khan, yeah, he's an Olympian. He's a 2-division world champion. I mean, no, he didn't win in 47, but he won one of them belts at 47, the NABO or something.
So when Canelo did that shit though, when he moved up in weight class to fight,
he got the transgender belt, right? Amir Khan, right?
The what?
No. Oh man, he got caught up in somebody's DL. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So we want to follow your journey. We want to support your journey 100%. Thank you for coming to the barbershop, answering the hard questions, and trying to stand on your two. Although you were wrong, it's okay. But and we appreciate you for coming through here. I'm gonna follow you on Instagram and stuff like that.
Okay, is there somewhere I can plug my at name so people can follow me?
Yeah, it's you know what you should have done? You should have put it in your name.
This is my first time on this.
Yeah. Yeah, no worries. TC, go ahead, Kyle. Say anything last word, Kyle.
Yeah. So appreciate you for staying up this late. I know it's late out there.
Thank you.
Probably got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. But what I need you to do tomorrow, the first thing I need you to do tomorrow is wake up and apologize. That's what I want you to do. When you wake up in the morning, you say, I had a long night last night. I was tripping. I was bugging. I apologize, and I'm sorry. Okay? That's what we need.
Appreciate you. TCP, we'll get you out of here in a second. Thank you for staying with. Thanks for hanging out with us. What makes Baby Flower keep singing? Who's Baby? Baby. Oh, what makes Baby Flower keep singing slave contracts where there are no sniff comps? How many real welterweights are on top rank? Witness perfection, maybe. Witness protection, maybe.
I'm a little confused what he's asking me, honestly.
What makes Baby Flower keep singing? Basically, Terrence Crawford, Bud Flower, Baby Flower.
Keep signing.
He's making a joke of Bud's name.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah. Slave contracts, meaning because did you hear the comments Bob says?
Yeah,
I could have bought a house in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, I don't like.
You keep up with the sport,
huh?
You keep up with the sport heavy.
Yeah, I didn't like that comment at all because it was like, honestly, like at the end of the day, Bob Arum is a white man. You know what I mean? So, and also you're his promoter. So
Tyson Fury.
Your job to promote him. So if he's not where he's supposed to be in the sport, then that's a reflection of you. Like if he's not on the side of buses and he's not on these billboards and he's not becoming a household, you have to look at how you're promoting him and figure out how to do it better. Like I didn't really, I did not agree with those comments because I thought it was kind of in poor taste.
Yeah. R. West, I need to box rec his resume equals trash. But Bud got the worst resume ever. He he hasn't fought he hasn't fought a Hall of Famer, right? Porter won a fight now, but Bud fighting God knows who in September. Danny offered him the fight before Khan. Facts on facts.
He would have stopped Danny too, though. I mean, like,
how good is Danny? You think? Oh, so you think Danny is a what?
Spence ain't stopped Danny though.
Yeah, but we'll never know about Crawford. Crawford airballing from the free throw line. All that I care about.
I think Crawford was really trying to hold out for the Spence fight. I think that's the fight that he was on. Like that was, his goal, his vision. The Danny Garcia or Amir Khan, like,
how good is Danny Garcia? Okay, wait. Let's put Danny Garcia and so we know your barometer versus Sean Porter, so we know, so we have an understanding.
I think Danny Garcia is better than Sean Porter talent wise. I think that he's not better will wise. You can kind of break Danny Garcia's will. When it comes to Sean Porter, he truly believes in himself, and that's something to be respected. So I think Danny, if he believed in himself more, he would, a lot of those wins I think he could have got,
Got you. Or is so who's the B level, who's the C fighter?
I would give Danny
or B plus. I want to put that, but obviously Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, or A, or maybe Earl Spence is B. I don't know.
No, Earl Spence is an A fighter.
Okay.
Do that to him. He's an A fighter. He proved himself. Who's the B or the C when it comes to Sean Porter and Danny Garcia? I'm honestly gonna have to put Sean Porter ahead of him because of his hunger for the sport, his ferocity and his unbreakable will. So I think that those are a big factor when it comes to boxing. I think that Danny sometimes can be a little bit what's the word, like down on himself. Like I think that even I could see it in his face, like right before he even fought Spence, I thought he already
agree.
So those little things that you take into account. So I
agree with you. I saw that in rounds 9 through 12 against Earl. Defeated fighter. I did. I've never thought about that. DB. But before I get that, Hustler's home. Bud has the worst undisputed resume in boxing history. Champion heart. Oh my God, this beautiful sister killing me. I'm trying to pull over so I can get a signal. I need to call this. You're right I've never thought about that about Danny.
Yeah, like Danny, you can see his eyes once
you see it. It's so visual.
It is.
It's so palpable because you're in the arena, It is.
Dad can see it too, which is why, like, I think it was like the post fight press conference when he was like, he said Spence just, he was just this good, and he did this and da-da. And his dad was like, Danny, relax. Like, he didn't do nothing that special in there. Like, you just didn't do what you were supposed to do, And I agree with that, honestly. I agree that it was things that Danny could have. I think he didn't let his hands go like that. I think he didn't believe in the punches that he was throwing. I saw the defeat in his eyes before he even got in the ring. Like, when they kind of showed him in the back getting ready, he looked like he was like, well, we made it this far. Like, I didn't. He had one of those, like, win, lose, or draw, I got here looks to me.
Wow. DB?
Yes, sir. All right. So first thing is, I think as a pugilist that you have to be careful with your wording because you said that Errol didn't stop Danny and he didn't stop Sean Porter. So that kind of diminished his resume, I guess, so to speak. So with you as a boxer yourself, especially having a fight come up in June, it's important to state that it's more than just finishing fights and knocking people out. Because if you get in there yourself and you have 4 or 5 tough fights, you can't change the narrative in the future. You know what I mean?
Right.
So what's good for the goose has to be good for the gander.
I hope the standards that I would hold them to. So, like, let's say we're talking about 3 years down the line, and there's a girl who has the same record as me, and it's a competition between, is it Aida or is it this girl? And we're both, people think that skill-wise we're even, and now the only other thing to compare us to is the amount of knockouts we have now. So that's what I mean when I compare, and when I say that Errol didn't finish so and so, he didn't finish this one. Because if we're talking about everyone, it's an opinion on who's better. It's like that's a completely an opinion about how good we think his skill wise is as a boxer. So then the next level would be, okay, well now who's really finishing guys? Like that's the pinnacle of boxing, right? Like the knockouts and things like that, not just only skill wise, because you can debate who is better skill wise. You know, like I was just taking it to the next level. But I agree with you completely when it comes to me. If there's a girl, if I'm 25-0 with 23 knockouts, and there's a girl who's 25-0, 25 knockouts, it would be logical to me that you can say, like, she was better than you. That ain't no skin off my back.
Understood. Also, one of my brothers in the chat asked, what kind of guys do you like physically?
Athletic guys, tall guys, black men, although I will date, outside my race if I have to. But I think that, I like handsome men who can fight, not necessarily box, but that I feel protected around, and who are nice, kind, gentle.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure some nice white guys out there. Has any celebrities or athletes slid into your DM?
Yeah. They have been.
Go ahead and give us what they call it, the T. Go ahead and give us the T. Who is it?
I don't have, they're, especially in the boxing community, there are a lot of boxers that find me to be appealing, who, try to ask me out on dates, and I tell them, what I know to be true is that if I go out on a date with you, my brothers will kill me and you. So, we probably can't do that. They don't like me dating inside of, my workplace like that. So I try to steer clear of that.
Got it. All right. I think that will conclude my last question, if you don't mind. Outside of Bud, can you give us the top 5 welterweights in order?
No. Okay.
Outside of Bud and Errol.
So who's 3, 4, and 5?
Well, you don't have Earl in your top 5, I'm pretty sure. So, who would be the?
She has Earl 3 or 4 on her pound for pound list.
Yeah, I have him up there. Like I'm not hating on that man's skills. He can fight. I've never really thought about that. That's a good question. I'm actually gonna have to think about that one some more.
Every guest says DB asks good questions. You ever noticed that, DB?
I'm learning my Hawthorne type journalism.
Well, no, they don't say I have good questions. They say DB has great questions. I'm just speaking to your greatness while the guest is here. You know what I mean? Because it goes unnoticed. So yeah, but go ahead.
He has some good questions.
Y'all can credit Puncho for that. I said y'all can credit Puncho for that.
There are some boxes at 147 I like. I don't know them in order and how I would place them, but then there's you said outside of Bud, outside of Spence. I did always like Kell Brook. I guess I did. There's up and coming Boots. I don't know. I'm not gonna say the welterweights have lost their pizzazz, but I've been more on the 154 as of late. But there are some good guys coming out at 147. I can't really think of any off the top that I really that are really sticking out to me besides Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. But yeah, I can't really think of any right now.
Can Boots beat Thurman or Porter?
Oh, we could put Thurman there. I'm sorry, we could put Sean Porter there too, but no, not right now. I think he has still. I give Boots about 2 more years before those type of things can be set and be realistic. I think he needs a little bit more.
Porter beats Boots and Thurman beats Boots.
Porter beats Boots, and yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's. Oh, Pacquiao, 147.
Yeah, who cares? I'm him and Thurman. I'm just tired of them.
Sick of them?
I'm just tired of them. They go on vacation for 2 years and come back like we missed them. No, I don't miss you.
I'm not gonna lie, I did miss them though.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I'm not gonna underestimate him. I think that he's gonna do great things in the sport, and I'm definitely don't want to speak negatively on Boots, but I think that he just needs a little bit more time, and then he'll be ready.
I want to call a fight with you. I want to hear you call in the fight in real time. I'm real interested in that.
Okay.
I'm super interested in that. You know
Okay.
what I mean? Yeah, we definitely got to make that happen. I would love to hear you and DB going back and forth. That'll be awesome.
I would love to too.
Yeah, that'll be fun. DB?
Yes, indeed. All right, man. I'm finna slide in your DM and say hello to you.
Okay.
You can follow me back and
For sure.
you know, see some of my posts, but
Yeah.
nothing crazy.
All right.
Yeah, but we appreciate you coming through in the barbershop. You know, don't forget about the little people, and we're looking forward to your first or second round knockout when you get out there in Mexico.
Are you flying to LA or San Diego? Do you know yet?
You talking to me?
Yeah, you. Yeah.
I don't know details of the fight.
Okay. I'll be in touch with you because if you fly into LA, let me, because I live in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
Let us know.
Okay.
For sure.
Should I pin my @ name or something somewhere? Or
Yeah, you should have. Yeah.
@
Send it to me in the private chat because they may kick you off.
Okay.
And I'll repost. We should have been posting that the whole show.
Right now.
Damn, you're polarizing. God damn. Aida with. This is her link on Instagram, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Aida with love. Aida with love.
Aida
with love. Excuse me. Aida with love. Yeah. We truly appreciate you coming on tonight. It was totally fun. And yeah, it was a blast. It was a blast. And you definitely ignited a fire that you got to put out yourself. You know what I mean? So PPD will be in touch, and man, we look forward to having you come back for sure. For sure.
Let me know when you guys are ready, and I'm ready.
All right, for sure. Appreciate you for coming in.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, Ma. Appreciate you. What's up, DB?
Hey.
Oh, Asia. Asia stepped out. So we're on the same thing. So we're gonna end the show in like 5 or 10 minutes because we're actually on because I'm linked to her her stuff. So I'm not sure if she wants. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But go ahead. Okay. No, but we still on your time though. Now I'm not rushing. I'm not rushing you to get off. I'm just telling you, we're just going straight to the ending as opposed to debriefing. We'll debrief on Sunday. How's that? And, and it's Mark Wonderlick's birthday right now. Happy birthday, Mark!
Shout out to our OG Mark Wonderlick, Salt Lake City, our OG Utah family in the house, man. Big shout out to Mark Wonderlick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She owns it. She knows her boxing though, which is beautiful. Oh, that's awesome. Her and Brianna Betty know they boxing. That's dope as hell.
Yeah, you know how we getting Ananda on with our boy next week or whatever.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to get her and Brianna Betty on at the same time.
Why not? With her from Dallas. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that'll be good. Yeah, that'll definitely be good.
That's easy because she's coming in here June 6th.
Yeah.
So maybe we can have an early show and call the Floyd fight. You know?
That's a spectacle. So I guess we could do that. I want to call a real fight though.
Okay.
I want to call something that's a little more evenly matched.
Well, we can do both.
You know, have a fight like a Benavidez and a Caleb Plant kind of fight where something is more even, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also there should be less bias than that, at least for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to her and All Lives Matter. And it's time to get it in.
All right. She's just very technical, you know what I mean? She just goes on like ABC boxing, you know? A little bit.
Definitely.
ABC. Say it again. What'd you say?
I said, definitely.
Yeah, but
Ron said do the Spence fight. Yeah, man. Listen, if she's got the time, we're gonna be doing the fights anyway. So
yeah, we're gonna be here. Yeah, we're gonna be here. We ain't going nowhere. So, but yeah, that was fun. Appreciate you, DB. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Well, man, appreciate everybody that gave us super chats and for the OGs that beamed in. Asian Math, I think Champion Heart, Kyle, absolutely appreciate you too. and everybody that kept the chat live, man. Appreciate all of her people and her fans and friends on that side listening in.
And this was a fun show.
Yeah, y'all can definitely tune into the barbershop, man, when we talk about everything. It's not just boxing, but we have everything from relationships, politics, you know, and sometimes we just get on here and clown and talk about nothing at all. But we have a good time, and it's literally a barbershop. And we're ready to get out of here, man. So it's Thursday for everybody on the West Coast. It's Friday for everybody else, I guess, in the rest of the world. So we will be closed on Friday and Saturday. Be back in the shop on Sunday, regular 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Appreciate our Queen PPD for making it happen. Y'all throw them roses at Patty Dean's feet real quick before we get out of here. But yeah, let me get her brothers and sisters some love, man. And we have Bounce Rock Skate. So shout out to the OG Queen Unique Don, and first and foremost, the Queen Patty Dean, our brother Birdman in the building. South Central and Los Angeles' own. I see them piling up right now. Got G Brown, got Big Lloyd, Jarvis Johnson, Boxing Conversations with Reggie Owens, Big Tank, my brother Pancho Estrada in the building. We even got the UK in the building. DOGG215, salute to you. Mr. Tennessee himself, Hustler Slim, shout out to you. Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment, Hawthorne in the building. He said he's going to drop that Hawthorne if you miss one of them super chats again. Young World in the building.
I didn't miss it. I got it.
I know we had the double back.
Yeah,
like her with Tim Crawford resume.
Yeah, you helped me. Thank you.
Shout out to them Texas boys. Eli Zachary talks everything. E1K, Hotep, Shalom in the building. Fly High. I know he was loving this show, boy. That's Buzz number one. You know, Manhunter Grant. Robert Brown, salute to you. Done stuck it out. D Will in the building. Yes, indeed. And OG, Terrence Bailey on the mic with Terrence Bailey Sr. Subscribe to the OG. My cousin Shemaine Callahan in the building. Nostradamus, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
My cousin, Boxing Truth Serum in the building. Slick T done slid in here. I ain't seen you in a minute. Let's see who else we got, man. I think Jay Smith, salute to you. Was Jordan in here? Because I didn't see Jordan in the chat.
Yeah, Jordan was in here.
Okay. Shout out to our brother Jordan, man. Kevin Evans says, salute to you. President Jafar, shout out to you. Mexican Supremacist, shout out to you. The Boxing Section TBS and our brother Kyle in the building, man. Let me see. Edgar Arellano, saludos, compa. Harden step back in the building and slid back in. Sign of the Times TV HQ, checking out with us. And Matrix R said, great show. Signature Sounds in the building. He said, salute to the shop. Detroit, BC, salute shop. And let me make sure, man, get nobody on the end. There go Phantom Brawler Hawthorne. He said, Chicago. Yeah, man, Kenlon Jones, salute to you. OG Asia Map, PJH Big Dog. Here we go. And Dave Jack. Hustlers Home. Appreciate y'all, man. That's it, man. We're finna slide over to Kyle's, the Boxing Section TBS. So for anybody on her platform that want to continue talking boxing for another hour or two, we're going to be on the Boxing Section TBS. And we're going to have some fun over there. Shout out to Big Texas, ATX, Cletus Smith. Peoples Hernandez, we waiting on you. Play the song, bro!
I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you, DB, man. Thank you. Appreciate you, big homie. Appreciate your PPD. Thank y'all, man. Oh, she was fun, dog. Man, that was a fun ass show.
Travel through the open door, circumstances navigated the path, and life happened all so fast.
Social network that slid in.
You see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm off beat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, cause I know life took a hold on. Never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. No, I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for yo-yo. Games get played, can't take it personal.
The devil is a lie. I'm telling you the truth. It's all in what you do. The things you gotta do. much expected, much is given.
When I made the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness. Yes, you can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine, let them see your brilliance. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it through like for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
Rob,
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm aces. Learn to develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, back up against the ropes. You fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lacking. Or cancer slowing our road. I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, giving something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm gonna wrestle and fight this final round. Life's a paper, no soul. Learn quickly, they'll come for yo-yo. Can't take it from slow. Cause the devil is alive.
Telling you the truth. Hey, it's only what you do. Hey, things you gotta do. Hey, 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 hey. Love y'all, man. Appreciate you, DB, man. Yeah, P. Hernandez, he made it. 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 Love y'all, man. Appreciate it. What a fascinating show, man. Yeah, you can pick your tongue up. Yeah, she a beautiful woman. She a beautiful woman. But she,
shout out to the OG Dre fight.
Appreciate you, Dre. Yeah, she on the 95. Go holler at her, man. Appreciate you, big homie. All right, love you too, man. Thank you, DB. Peace.